My first attempt at building a personal-ish brand was a little blog called thisdadthing.com. I am not sure if I have renewed the domain, but I think I had 13 blog posts in it, and I was trying to make revenue off of ads, off of affiliation links, and selling products on Amazon, right? Definitely a learning experience. If you have not done something like that, I highly suggest it just for the experience and just to say that you did it, right? So as any entrepreneur does, or maybe not any or every, but at least for me, I wanted to figure out a way to make money online and just be set, be able to work from my house and take care of my kids and go do all the things that I want to do and eventually get other people to write blogs for me and just kind of coast, right? But it never works that way. So I start going onto the internet and going onto YouTube channels. That usually happens for me is back then ChatGPT didn't exist. So go on Google, like what are the top 10 businesses to start or get into like remotely or online. And I landed on this channel that specifically was targeted at helping folks write blog content and growing a large base of subscribers and getting them to click on links that would take you to an affiliation. Like Amazon is kind of the biggest one. And then Amazon, every time somebody buys something on Amazon, you get a slice, right? And so if you sold enough products, if you had thousands or hundreds of thousands or million people going to your blog post and buying something, you could get a nice chunk of change. And so I was like, oh man, this is awesome. I could totally do that because I am naturally a creative person. I loved English in high school, so I just love writing. And at one point I wanted to be a rapper, so I did consider myself a wordsmith, okay? And it's different writing for something that you're passionate about versus something that is just a quick buck, something you want to make money with. So anyways, I start doing my research. I learned how to build a WordPress blog. I start taking pictures and setting up my YouTube page and my Facebook page and trying to get these affiliation links and really understand and learn the business. And I was trying to come up with the brand and what my niche was, because it's really huge. Like you want to make sure you have a very dialed in niche, but they always tell you that you want to make sure that whatever your niche is something that you're actually interested in, which for me, I was. I love being a dad. I love doing all the dad things. I love talking about fatherhood, even though I wasn't and am the best father, not saying I'm a horrible one, but I'm always looking for ways to improve. I feel like if you think you're perfect, then that's kind of where it stops, right? So anyways, I was like, fatherhood is my thing. So my persona then became this dad thing. And I figured I would target all the dads out there who love to barbecue, love beer. I remember I had a blog post about how those kid leashes. So it's like a backpack and then you have a leash that you attach to it so that way you can keep track of your kid. I was so opposed to those. I was like, why can't you just hold your kid's hands? Like if you got two kids, hold their hands, make sure they don't get away from you, right? I had another blog post called from dad bod or from fit to muffin top or something like that. I had my kids, I took them to a store and they were sitting in like these big wicker chairs and it was a huge furniture store and I called it Game of Bros and I talked about how they fought with each other all the time. Another blog post about pulling one of my son's teeth or like dealing with the sickness, being sick and trying to be a father. So again, I think it was about 13 blog posts. Maybe I might have done 15. And I don't think I had one person visit my page outside of friends and family because they were trying to support me, right? And I couldn't keep up with trying to write the content and like going onto Canva and making sure that I had infographics. Like there was so much that went into it, so much. And I got burnt out. I was like, I like to write. I don't like having to format everything. If I could just write the content, then I would. At that point, I didn't know about hiring folks to do all this for you, nor did I want to spend the money. I was trying to do it on the cheap. Maybe that was part of my problem. But I did later find out that it is kind of a hard industry to get into, like extremely hard to get it ramped up. You have to know what you're doing, which is why you hire a coach. Now, that said, I started a YouTube channel, which I don't know, might have 10 subscribers on it, maybe 2, shoot, heck if I know. And I started creating content. My first video, I think, was of me talking about mulch mounds around the tree. So if you don't know, taking you to Mulch 101. If you pile mulch around the base of your tree, it suffocates the roots, and that's why you have roots like trying to come up for air. And what'll happen is the roots will get wrapped around the base of the trunk, and it'll kind of choke the tree out. So sometimes that's how you get sick trees. So anyways, I thought that was really a really cool topic because it's something that I learned. So I recorded the video, posted it. I got a comment. I was like, oh, hey, I got some interaction. This is so cool. I don't think the video got any more than 10 views at the time. I don't know what it's at now. And I shot maybe 3 or 4 or 5 videos, and I wasn't seeing the traction. I hadn't made any money off of the affiliation links that I did. It became more of a hobby and just more work for me. And just like a lot of us out there who are just trying to find something, like I tried it, didn't work for me, and so I ended up quitting it, right? I kind of went through a similar process again when I started doing drop shipping, but it was more like I wasn't the face of the brand. It was the products were the brand. And then fast forward to today, where now I'm podcasting and I'm more active on social media and LinkedIn. It got to a point where I was like, you know what? I just need to try and go for it. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. But having that experience and then taking that hiatus, and then it just feels like a full circle moment, you know? But I love this so much better because I'm not trying to make stuff up. It is just me talking about the experiences that I've had, and I'll be 41 now and next week, and I have so many experiences and stories to tell. And if somebody picks up on something and it helps change them or helps motivate them, then that's the name of the game for me, man. But just reflecting and thinking on it, like I loved the moments where I would take pictures with my kids, or we would work on a project just so that way I could create a blog post. Like my kids would come in and help me with the graphics or what I should put where. If anything, if you want something to do with your kids, it's a fun thing to do. Skip all the AdSense. I think blogging is kind of a dying industry. It's still very important for like SEO purposes and ranking on Google. But yeah, just wanted to walk y'all through that journey because your experiences really do shape who you are, your experience and like what you can do next. You're so much more capable of doing things than you think. So take it easy, and until the next one.